Welcome back to Call the Nurse. Today, I am so excited to have this very special couple here in the studio to do this interview. They are so inspiring to me, and I am so looking forward to this conversation. So welcome to Call the Nurse, Dana and Leah Pump.
Thank you for having us.
Dana is president and CEO of the Harold and Carole Pump Foundation and also CEO of the Pump Group. And Miss Leah is a mama, a wife, and president and CEO of Ladylike Foundation. So the two of you are just money-raising machines, and I am just so inspired.
He is. He is.
Oh, I think you both
He's
are.
the money-raising machine.
And I have to. My husband just operated on her Monday. So
Yes.
hopefully we'll have good reviews for Dr. Entebbe.
Absolutely.
How are we feeling? We feeling okay?
Feeling pretty good. Yes.
Good.
My kids don't get it though.
Yes.
They still say up, please, up.
One-handed for a little
I'm
while.
like, yeah.
Right. Well, I think you're going to be so relieved and out of pain.
You already
with this
know.
carpal tunnel.
You've
Yes,
been with
I
me.
know. I've been there. So I wanted to talk about a few things because there's so many inspiring things about the two of you individually, but together you guys are really a power couple, really the definition of a power couple.
Thank you.
Tell me, how in the world did you two meet? How did this happen? Everybody's always giving Dana such a hard time. Like, how in the world did he land this woman? It's everywhere we go, right? But he's a catch too.
Oh, he is. People at first were like, what's going on here? But as soon as he opens his mouth, then people are like, I get it. I get it.
Yes. What drew you guys to each other? How did this happen?
I don't know. I've never really dated outside my race, and
He's a liar.
this was so new
He's a
to
liar.
me, and
He loves chocolate. So just
Yes, tell
know.
us that. He was talking to us a little bit about
He
that
loves
before.
chocolate.
So
no, it just I really knew when I met my wife at a restaurant, and I knew right away I was going to marry. It's unbelievable. You just know, you want someone with, like I was telling you guys before this, and someone with values. She was really educated by talking to her, and just things you want in someone you want to be your wife, not your girlfriend or not a girl you want to go out.
You were a
with.
little bit older, I think, right? Like you kind of knew what you wanted at that point.
Absolutely.
You weren't in your 20s. You were like in your 40s.
And I was praying like, "Hey God, I'm ready. Let's go. Find me someone." And and I told God exactly what I like, and
What was that, Dana?
I like a little chocolate and
milk chocolate.
Yeah,
Milk chocolate.
milk chocolate. And the Lord brought me everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true.
Were you praying for a little vanilla, or were we praying for something?
I was.
Okay.
I never dated out of my race before.
Really?
And it wasn't because that was my choice. I just never had the opportunity. I've been in diverse situations my entire life.
Wow.
My dad was an actor, so I was always like around diversity. I don't know anything but from preschool. I went to Cal. I went to Pepperdine, so I was just immersed.
Right.
And so I've always been able to get along with other races.
Yes.
Especially the Jewish race, because a lot of Jewish people attend Brentwood Science Magnet.
Yes.
So I went
They're very rooted in faith.
Very.
Yes.
And so I went to several bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs. It was just a part of my upbringing.
Right.
And then kind of learning how to get along with people, because you're in those groups.
Yes.
You have to study. You have to, be successful. You got to get it. You got to know what to do.
Yes.
So I've never been afraid of that. And so meeting someone like Dana was never intimidating, but never dating someone.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, maybe the white boys, maybe they were intimidated by you.
I've never been I've always had white friends. I mean, seriously, I've like ride or die friends where every birthday party, or the parents would pick me up and take me with them to to whatever outings, parties, trips, like little trips, like day trips or road trips. So I've never been intimidated, but I've just never been romantically involved with someone outside of my race.
Got it.
So when Dana comes along, it was a little scary because I've never had that before. And he was, Dana's very forthright. He's very,
Yes.
it's no gray areas with him. It's either
Right.
black or white,
Right.
and that is it.
Right.
And you have to be strong enough to take that,
Sure.
right? So when he
Yeah,
approached
I'm
me,
married to somebody like that
right,
too.
I could tell.
Yes.
Yes, he's very black or white.
Yes.
Nothing in between.
Right.
Take it or leave it.
Right.
He
You're
tells
not
you
going
the
to wonder.
truth.
You're not going to wonder what they're thinking. They're going to tell you exactly like it or not.
Right. So when we met, like the first time we met, I actually didn't even know where I was going. I'm a teacher by trade, and I taught third grade.
Wow.
And
That's a gift. I would not be able to do that.
I love teaching
Wow.
so much. And my girlfriend invites me out. I never went out to clubs or stuff. I hated them. I used to always, if my friends were going, I drive myself because when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I
Yeah.
don't drink.
Yeah.
I work out, so my drink is desserts.
Yes.
Like I like sugar.
Yes.
So I'd rather that than
That's your,
alcohol.
yeah, your
That's my
indulgence.
vice. So when I meet him, and my girlfriend calls me one night, and she's like, "We're going out to this restaurant. We want you to come." And so I'm like, my first everything was, no, thank you. So nice that you invited me, but no, thank you. I'm just gonna stay in. It's a Friday night, and so I'm a pastor's assistant, and so my pastor, who's sitting across his big desk, he's always eavesdropping on my conversations, giving me the coach advice. He's my other dad. So he goes, go, go, go. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Go. You gotta go. You don't have a life. You have no life.
You need to go
You're
get
boring.
out.
You're so boring. And I was like, first of all, I'm offended. Like, I'm boring. That's fun.
You need a man in your life.
You need a man. Like, so I'm like, he's like, yes. I'm like, no, yes. So I'm like, okay, where are you guys going? We're going to what was it?
Firefly.
The Firefly on Ventura.
Oh, that's a nice place.
Never been there before.
Mm.
Teacher, $35,000 a year salary. Not looking for going out or anything if it's not in the budget. So I go. She goes, well, when you get there, let them know that Dana Pump you're with Dana Pump. It's like, God, it's the most weirdest name I've ever heard of in my life. Dana Pump. Like, okay. So when I get there, there's a long line outside. And I'm like, forget it. So I walk up and I turn back around. I'm in an LA outfit. Like I have a leather coat, skinny jeans, and over the knee boots. Like the
What
typical.
month was this? Like when
It was like
this?
November.
I see.
And as I'm walking away, the bouncer goes, "Excuse me, are you with someone?" And I was like,
With this pump
Dana
person.
Pump. He's like, "Oh, come this way." I'm like, whoever this Dana Pump is, he got juice. So I bypassed the entire line, and I'm in this like loungy, dark place.
Yes.
I've never seen before. We
All the
go inside,
bookshelves.
and they take me to this table. Now, this table is stacked with A-list actors and athletes.
So were you having a meeting and just happened to invite her?
Well, if you know Dana,
Guys' night out.
what he does
Guys'
is
night out,
it
yes.
wasn't what he
Relationships.
does is he has a meeting and he has fun, right?
Yes,
So the
yes.
meeting with the athletes and entertainers are on one side of the table, and then all the girls are at the other side. So you could tell, like, when these people are getting ready to leave, he's going over here. If you understand that setup,
Yes,
it's
yes.
a long dinner table. So I tell the person, like, "Oh no, this is not my table. No, we're not. I'm not sitting here." She's like, my girlfriend is at the end.
Oh, yes,
Hey,
you
girl,
are."
here we are. This is our table. Come on and sit down. I'm looking like, what is going on?
How did I end up at this table?
What's happening? They're popping bottles and eating clams. So, in my head, I'm like, who's paying for
Yeah,
this?
exactly. Yeah. Who's picking up the check for this one? Because I didn't come out to go pay this much money.
So I'm asking her, I said, so who's paying for this? She goes, girl, just have a ball. Eat everything you want. It's all taken care of. I was like, okay. So as I sit down, I'm sitting next to this, my girlfriend is sitting next to this redhead, slightly overweight,
Wow. Wow.
in a cute way.
Just a little pudgy.
Little pudgy, but cute. And he begins to ask me all these questions. I don't know who this is. She goes, "This is my friend Dana Pump." I was like, "Oh, hi, Howard, nice to meet you. So what school did you go to?" I was like, where are you from? LA. What school did you go to? Cal. Oh, you went to Cal. You must be really smart. I'm like, okay. What do you do? I'm a teacher. What grade? Third. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Teachers are great. I really respect teachers. So what high school did you go to? Hamilton. Oh, what year did you graduate?
Wow, Dana,
I'm
you
like,
haven't
this-
changed at all.
I'm like, this guy, if he don't stop talking to me, like I'm looking at everybody else, and he is like chatterbox.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
like 97. Oh, 97. You know, Warren Moon went to Hamilton. And did you know that the coach at that time was and then after that coach was I'm just like this. It's like,
Oh my.
okay.
You didn't know you were even going to be that social coming to this dinner. Was this to set you guys up, or you just happened to
No,
casually
it
just
was
come?
casual.
I see.
Well, anyway, 11 o'clock comes. I got to go to church. So I stand up and go, this was such a nice gathering. Thank you so much for inviting us. This is so nice. He goes, where are you going? I was like, oh, I have church. He goes, church? You have church? So I was like, yeah, I have church. Okay, nice to see you. Okay, I leave. 2 weeks later, my girlfriend calls again. It's like, we're going. I was like, who's coming? Who's going to be there? You can't do that to me. What? I need to go get an outfit. No, you don't get an outfit. Just wear what you're always looking. No. Who's going to be there? What? No, you can't do that to me. But celebrities, and I wasn't ready, and don't ever do that to me again. And she's like, no, just come. Well, this way I stopped at the mall and got an outfit. I get an outfit, but this time we're in Hollywood at the Green Door. I'm looking around for all the celebrities. It's just him.
Mm.
So I'm sitting down. I'm like, this is strange. He goes, I've Googled you. I said, wow, what? He goes, you have a foundation. I have a foundation too. That's how we can connect. We are into philanthropy. And I'm looking, I'm not saying a word.
He has come up with a plan.
He's like, I know, I know who you used to date. It's okay. Burger King doesn't McDonald's doesn't worry about Burger King. It's like,
What?
It's like,
I'm going to use that one.
I'm like,
wow.
huh? He's like, you're super religious, but I'm Jewish. That's okay. I'm not worried about that.
I'm God's chosen one.
So I'm like, it's like, so I really think this is really gonna work. And
What were you
we
thinking?
get together. I'm sitting there like, what the hell? Like, is this asking me out?
Yeah.
Is this
or are we already on a date?
is this a contract? Like,
Is this an arranged marriage that my pastor has put me
you
with?
Googled me, like what? Like what's happening? And I'm really comfortable with black people. I really love them. When I started grassroots basketball, I'm looking at him like, what's happening? So as he's talking, my girlfriend intercepts. He goes to the bar and she goes, Leah, he really likes you. I'm like, he doesn't know me. He really likes you. You have no idea.
What do you mean? He Googled you. He totally knows you.
He's a great catch. I'm like, he has partnership with Adidas. He knows everybody. He can really help you with your foundation. I know you've been struggling on your own, and this is a perfect connect. I was like,
Wow.
no thanks. She's like, well, give it a try. I was like, mm-mm. I looked at him over at the bar. He had on a corduroy sports coat with the patches on the sleeves. He had on some wide leg jeans that were flooding, some Ferragamo shoes that were flipped up at the toe, and his hair was a mess. I was like, mm-mm. I don't care what
It's not my future
has
baby daddy.
and what he got. No way. He didn't take that for an answer. He comes straight over, takes my phone out of my hand, puts his phone number in it, calls himself, is on me all night, holding my hand.
Wow. Well, oh, we went to holding hands already.
I was like, what's happened? On my way home, he calls me. He goes, all I want to do is get married, have some kids. I'm really close to my mom. I take her out to lunch every week. We have Sunday dinner. And
I bet you like that, though.
yeah,
mama.
but at the same time, like no one talks about that on the first talk. And
was there a big age difference? Because you
12
said you're
years.
40s, so I'm thinking you were more, you knew what you wanted. So, hey, I do dinners with my mama. I'm always with her.
29.
Can we talk about
41?
the victory now?
Yeah. Long story short, what happened? You tell the rest.
Oh, I took Leah out. Thanks for letting me talk a little here. I took Leah out. It was my mom's birthday. It was Valentine's Day. And I took her to Sicily's, used to be on Ventura and Boulevard. And I said, Mom, I met a nice Jewish Sephardic girl.
Sephardic.
And Leah walked in, and I knew right away this is who I'm going to marry.
Right.
And I'm very, if I want something or I'm passionate about something, I'm going to go get it done,
Right.
But I know, like I was ready to get married, and like there's nothing better now. You know, our life is with twins, and
Mhm.
But it took a little convincing because I wasn't ready.
How long did you guys date before you
8
got
months.
married? Wow,
No,
you,
8 months
he
to get
asked me-
engaged.
Yeah,
8 months you got engaged.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a year and a half till we got married.
Yeah.
I was not ready. I was very, I'm very, I wouldn't say religious, but I'm really involved in my church.
Sure.
I'm over the kids, the youth and young adult ministry. I'm a pastor's assistant. So
Right.
marrying somebody that's not my faith
Yeah.
is a bit difficult.
Absolutely.
But my pastor is the one who told me to give him a chance because
That's
he said that this is
interesting.
my biggest blessing.
That's interesting.
And that blessings come outside the box.
Wow. And how did your family, I mean, how was that? I mean,
Well, I only had my
Introducing.
mother, and she met Leah, and it was right there. Like, I knew, like, whoever she's going to meet, but the key to Leah's heart was her grandmother.
oh,
And she says, I'm having a garage sale to raise money for my Ladylike Foundation. So I gave her a check, and she put it in that bosom
My
real
grandma.
quick. And said, I like this boy, you know. So I knew exactly where to go.
Got it.
Get that done. And the seed was planted. The seed was planted. And
It just took a while for me to grasp it because it was very different for me.
right.
And I really wanted him to grasp my belief, but not forcing him, if that makes sense.
Right. Right.
Um,
And I do think I think as women too, I think we do have a picture kind of in mind of what it's going to look like when we
Right.
get married. And
Right.
sometimes God sends us something that we're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I wasn't quite planning for this. This is
No.
not what I thought this was going to be. I actually
No.
think a lot of young women think that way today. They have their list of what
And
they
it's never
want,
your list.
and it's not going to be in the timing that you're going to think
but
either.
It is your list, but it's not in the package.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
The package is totally different than what you expect.
Yeah, it's wrapped up a little differently than what we
Yes.
think. I mean, listen, I'm married to a bald, man, Jewish man. My number one thing is like I don't want anybody with back hair. And guess who grooms
His
this
back
man
hair.
now?
Of course. I mean,
But obviously, it seems like you both have foundations. Was your foundation a little more developed at that point? Because you're saying yours was just.
Yeah.
And is that what drew you? I mean, is that what really maybe won you over a little bit too, Leah? Was
no,
this-
I knew to get to Leah, and it's funny. The first year of her event, boy, I called it and I said, okay, we're going to go meet Nestle. Went over to Nestle.
well, the thing is, no. See, what happened was he's used to buying people. And so one of the things is I always advise young ladies when they are dating seriously to have a therapist or a coach
yes.
to help you stay
Yes.
balanced because
Yes.
I had been married.
And perspective, right?
Right. I
Yes.
had been married before and I made a lot of mistakes.
Right.
And I did not want to do that again.
Absolutely.
And so my pastor was like, don't take any money from him.
So even for your foundation.
So one night we went go to dinner and he goes, and I really work hard. Like I've been a hard worker my
Absolutely.
entire life. Like
Yes.
even as, student body president of the 8th grade, like I'm just president of my youth group growing up. I work hard. So I'm always planning events,
Yes.
planning fundraisers,
Right.
seeing like the next best thing to do. And so I was really working hard on my foundation. And Dana takes me to dinner and he goes, I know you're struggling. Here's a check for $1,000 to help you. And at the time, $1,000 was,
Yeah.
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
With all the might in my body, because I wanted to take that so bad, I pushed it back to him. I said, I don't want your money. I want you to teach me what you do.
Ooh.
And so
Oh, I like that.
what made me fall in love with Dana is that he single-handedly taught me how to be successful in fundraising and networking, how to tell my story as honestly and
Right.
as transparently as I can to get the person to believe in what I do.
Right.
So he would set up meetings with Nestle and just anything that he was working with or working on, he would make the meeting for me, and I would tell my story. And as a result, like I got my first corporate sponsor, which was Nestle that year.
Wow.
So that's what made me fall in love with it. And then instead of me pushing him to come to church, my pastor said, just invite him. Like, oh, he's not going to come. Before I could even invite him, he says, I want to come to church with you. And I'm like, huh? Where is it? I'm like, it's a little close to USC.
Oh, we're going
That
down there.
direction. It's off the 110, but you don't go right, you go left.
Oh
you
my.
know?
Oh my.
And so he's like, no problem. And he was there, and he would be there every week
wow.
without apprehension. So,
Man was on a mission for
he
sure.
was. And
For
he
sure.
did everything he said. everything.
Do you think that was the last hurdle, is just him being Jewish or just not necessarily being a Christian or convert?
It was.
Yeah.
It was because I literally gave my ring back because I just, I was not going to compromise on my faith.
Right.
And I knew what I wanted for my children. But at the same time, Judaism is the foundation for Christianity.
Absolutely.
And so everything I know is their foundation.
That's how I felt even Mary. I mean, you know, I'm from a small town in the South, and they were like, Jewish? And I'm like, but that's like the foundation of everything we do. Whether they're religious or not, it's rooted. It's in their blood. It's really rooted in them.
Right.
So,
and so this is just like Christianity is just everything that God wanted for his people.
Right.
I just got it by default.
Yes.
But
so did you have to convert? Or not? I had to say have to. No one obviously forces you to do anything, but
come to the Lord. And she explained to me. I said, no problem. And went to church one day and, you know.
Walked down the aisle. He did the whole night, got baptized, everything.
Yeah.
His mom wasn't too happy about that.
That's what I was going to ask, because I know marrying into a Jewish family. But your
mother, as a mother, they want their kids to be happy.
Right.
And like if I can find everything I wanted in this lady and she's Christian and I'm Jewish, I mean, that's nothing. We overcame all that.
Yeah. So her desire to see you happy kind of overtook like the traditional culture.
He was the apple of his mother's eye.
I think all Jewish boys are.
I mean, when he would walk in a room, she would literally say, "Here comes my baby."
Heimschli. That's always there.
And he's 40, post 40, and she was like, "Here comes my baby," like as if I'm talking about my babies.
Oh yeah.
Their baby,
My husband's 55, and
his mom.
Heimschli. Oh my baby. Yes.
Look at him. Look at his cheeks.
Yes.
Have you lost weight? You know, all of the.
Right. Now you have a twin. Does she do that to him too? Did she do that to him?
She did, but Dana's the killer, and Dana and his mother were two peas in a pod. Like they had their own language. They were both like killers.
And my mother's, baby, and she raised.
But she was a killer. Like she's no nonsense. She wasn't even 5 feet and ran the whole room.
And how was she with you when she first met you?
When she first met me, because I'm not the type of person that's going to barge my way into anything.
Of course.
But she loved me right away. She knew he loved me, so she knew that if she was gonna, be his heart too, that she was gonna.
I think it should be that. I have not had that experience, but yeah, I definitely have. That's pretty amazing. And the fact that you converted, and how has that with your kind of world with just, do you incorporate both?
We
traditions?
Well, our kids
especially with your kids. How are you planning on integrating all of that?
They're going to be bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah.
Oh, they will. And you're fine with that.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's awesome.
No.
I love that.
We had a dual ceremony.
And you still go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
We do Hanukkah. I mean, this is their dad. This is who he is.
Absolutely.
So I would never change that.
Got it.
Never. We agreed on that, right?
Yeah.
So.
That's amazing. That's really inspiring. That's definitely not
the
norm. Well,
No.
not the norm, especially when you're coming into a Jewish family.
No.
Mamas tend to be a little harder than that. So tell me about having these babies, because I know that you've had some health issues. Did you each want children?
Yeah.
How was that going to be?
We wanted a legacy, and God, in my wildest dreams, to have a kid. We tried for a long time. We couldn't. Then we tried surrogacy. That was a process too.
Yeah, that's really kind of
during
hard on the body.
COVID. It was really expensive, and we did it multiple times. And then during COVID, Leah says we're gonna have to find a surrogate. And first black lady, I said that's gonna be
still stuck on that. Still stuck on that chocolate.
Yeah,
but he didn't know you. He didn't even know she was black.
That is so funny.
So,
well, whatever
doesn't
she
even
was,
matter.
those are the most adorable twins I have ever seen in my life.
Well, they're our babies, so she just carried them, So,
Yeah.
But no, we had to go through a process of.
It
she was
is
the
still
incubator.
she's just the
She was just the
incubator.
incubator. Yes, but she happened to be black. But we had gone through infertility for 10 years.
How was that on you?
Oh, it was so hard.
I mean, I see, moms come in the hospital, or they're in there wanting a baby so bad.
Miscarriage.
Yeah, miscarriages.
I mean,
DNCs. Did you have to go through all of that?
DNCs, fibroid surgery. I mean, I would get, I had intestinal blockages
Yes,
because of all
wow.
of the surgeries. We would be out having fun. One time we were at his event, and he found me like right after the event. He found me on the floor,
Oh my goodness.
and I like it would happen, and I wouldn't even know what was happening.
That was terrible.
How many hospitalizations do you think you ended up?
5.
Oh my God.
5.
Did you have to get blood transfusions and go through all that? Or
No blood transfusion, but just emergency surgeries because it would just come. So we would really. I just think one thing is that when a man loves you, especially for a woman, when he really, really, really loves you, like none of that is a factor. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing stops it. Like
Right.
even if I wasn't able to have children,
It didn't
even
matter.
through the
Yeah.
he still loved me. You know.
Did you ever get to a time where you thought, my body can't take much more? Or we're just not
gave
meant to
up.
have kids?
He gave up, but he didn't.
Well,
tell me.
you're also the one doing, the injections. If you're doing, did you do IVF?
I never. Yeah, I did IVF for 10 years.
But you never stopped wanting it. 'Cause
never-
you're really the one going through it, doing the
I never gave
hospitalizations.
up.
Wow.
I never gave up.
Was it hard watching her go through all of that?
Yeah, because it was real stressful, but it was an incredible blessing. It's a great sermon. Like we stuck at it and
Yeah.
We
Leah-
never quit.
with her faith, and we prayed and prayed.
And it's not like we had a lot of money, but the Lord would come through, like the Lord came through every time, even when it was time when we got the surrogate, because I literally had to submit completely
Right.
to the will of God for the surrogacy because I wanted to carry my own
Yeah,
babies.
I started to say, I think that's like it's a grief, right? You
I
didn't
wanted-
necessarily lose a child necessarily in that moment, but you're
I wanted
grieving
to
that
know
you
how
want
it
to
felt.
carry a baby.
I
Right?
wanted to, because I had been pregnant before twice, and I wanted to carry a baby. I
Right.
wanted full term,
Right. Right.
And so when I finally said, the Lord said, Leah, I used a surrogate. That's how my son came to
Well,
the
and he
world.
probably already had her picked out and everything.
Like you could use one. It's okay.
Right. Right.
But to
And
have a
so-
boy and a girl is like,
It
and to get it
happened-
in one
It
shot, that is
happened
amazing.
right away. It happened
What-
as
yeah.
soon as I said,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it happened in a month,
Wow. And how long had you guys been married at this point?
10 years.
Wow.
We started right away.
That's amazing. I mean, that's an incredible story of resilience. And you even mentioned legacy.
huh?
Legacies are always, for as long as I've known you, which is not super long, couple years, you always mention legacy. When
he's
you
big on
talk
that.
about your children, what legacy? Tell me what that
I
means. to
want
you.
them to go to the hospital one day and say, "There's my dad, and
Oh, I
that's
get
my
chills.
grandma, and look at what my dad has done, and look at mommy. She has a building, and
Wow.
it's real. I mean, I always say we are so authentic when we just keep moving. 25 years with the Pump Foundation, over 15 million we've given. We have 3 wings: Harold and Carole Pump, Oncology, the Pump Family Infusion Center, and the Carole Pump Women's Center. My mom was alive to see it, and
Oh, she got to see.
yeah,
She got to see that.
the-
And why? Obviously, legacy your foundation, but why? If your mom was even still alive, did your dad pass
my
away
dad
from
died
cancer?
of cancer, and I said, "Dad, we're going to start a foundation," and we were off and running next week. Earthlink. I knew a lady from Earthlink. That's how old it was. She sent me 25 grand, and so many incredible blessings. Like one of my best friends is an older gentleman in his 80s. Someone sent an anonymous check, and I didn't know what anonymous. We didn't have Google, so I was like, "What do you mean anonymous? Tell me who." He sent me 25 grand, and he seeded a plant, and he believed in us 25 years ago. It was Big Bill, and
Wow.
I love this man to death. Leah knows Bill.
Dana has a gift like nobody I've never
Yes.
seen.
I'm amazing. It's funny, even at your galas, people
Anybody.
get up and they're like, you were all about relationships.
All
One
about
of the
it.
quotes that I will always, and we talk about it a lot, Alana and I do when we go to things. One thing you always say is that people do not give to causes, people give to people.
People give to people, and you got to get in front of people and connect with them and touch them before you ask. I always say you got to touch 2-3 times. And my greatest playbook is you take care of anyone's children, you get whatever you want.
That is so true.
Key.
I've gone through so much with my daughter in the last couple of years with her mental health and just the autism and being, boarding school. And I mean, even this morning was having some struggles with her, and now she's 18. And a friend who was here went into the bedroom and just to talk to her. And I thought, there's nothing. And we went to Disneyland together, and she made her feel like she was
nothing
just
better.
when someone loves your kids, you're loyal for life. There's
You look
nothing
past
like it.
all their every fault or anything
100%.
that you don't like about that
Absolutely.
person when they're good to your kids.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. And you also have a foundation. So you have a Harold and Carole Pump Foundation.
Honor mom and dad.
This is honoring your parents. And you seem to have wanted to create a legacy long ago, even while your mom was still alive. Did you have like a job at that point? I mean, what were you doing? I mean, it seems like this is what you do,
We're
but you
involved
were
in sports and basketball and camps and tournaments and tickets and hospitality. And my mom was able to see, a lot of things. And the 10th anniversary, I said, Mom, we're honoring Muhammad Ali, Hank Aaron, and Denzel Washington. And that day we were at the Century Plaza. I said, Mom, we're going to meet Muhammad Ali.
So she got to meet him.
Yeah.
You have some of the biggest names in sports, television, everything. I mean, I'm amazed at who you can bring out.
Oh, he doesn't stop. I mean, it's almost like if someone tells him you can never get that person, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get him.
Well,
like,
he got you. I mean, he started that how he got you. I can see why you fell in love with him, though. I mean, it's a heart to give.
Oh, he has a heart. I mean, despite the ADD that kicks in, despite the I gotta go, and he's going nowhere.
Always going.
At the end of the day, you know where his heart is.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that his mom told me. She said, mamas know their babies. And I know my baby. Even though she was like, even though he drives me crazy.
Yes.
He has the heart.
Absolutely.
So,
well, and you obviously have yours. Tell me about yours. How did that get started? You were obviously starting that even before you met him.
Yes.
What's stimulated that? What motivated you to do that?
Well, I made, I was raised in a very conservative, long story short, conservative family. My parents didn't let me do much as far as like freedom. And so I had to sneak out and do a lot of things. Like it was very rigid, piano lessons, dance class, acting class, tutoring.
Keeping you busy
every day
so you don't get in trouble.
Even on Saturdays.
Oh, yeah.
Church, nonstop, And so when I went to college, I was like, I'm not doing any of that. Like I'm going to live. And I fell in love and I got married early. I went against everybody. And as a result, I suffered really bad. And I had to go through a divorce at 23 years old. Wow. And a lot of emotional abuse, a lot of trauma. And I literally had to pick myself, by the grace of God, pick myself back up and start again. And so one of the things is I just vowed that I didn't want any young girl to go through what I went through. And I was going to teach them. And so that's how the Ladylike Foundation started. My parents are all educators. And so my grandmother had been an educator in the inner city not in the inner city, but LAUSD, Los Angeles Unified School District, for over 40 years, both grandparents. They had their children first and went to college after they had their children from the South. They took turns. So my grandfather went to Prairie View A&M University and then came and got a double master's at USC. And then my grandmother, after him, went to Cal State LA, got her bachelor's and master's in early childhood education and development. And she became an administrator in LAUSD. So they both were
Dana, you did get a smart one. So you came from
even my dad, when he came to LA, he wanted to be an actor from Chicago. My grandparents were like, no, you need a job. So they put him through school. Like it was very, it was an expectation that you're going to college and you're going to become something. And they are very proud African Americans, that realize that in this world, you have to be better than good, more than excellent, because you're a minority and you're going to do that. And so that was very instilled. So,
is that where the word ladylike came from? Because you kind of already learned,
yes.
I mean, I guess we kind of all do, right? We all rebel a little bit.
Yes.
We learn, but it's painful
you always
lessons.
come back.
You do come back. Well, you hope, yes, most do, but
because your parents were right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, my daughter just came home even from her boarding school, and we let her go to Florida, which was a lot more freedom what she was used to. And I was so terrified. I thought, but I got to let her fly. I got to let her figure this out. And she came home within a couple months. But what made me feel, okay, maybe I'm doing something right, is that she felt safe enough to come home.
Absolutely.
Like she felt loved.
Right. And I came home too.
Yeah.
With everything.
Right.
Everything. I had to come home.
Yeah. So what does your foundation do? Do you help girls with these kind of lessons or?
Life lessons, academics, scholarships. Now, because we've been in existence since 2007, so our girls are grown now. So we have girls that have their doctorates now. They're in the career world. We are, funding even doctoral programs,
Wow.
and medical school now,
Wow.
where we're even trying to find places for them, like even internships, careers, jobs, mentoring.
And where do these girls come from? I mean, do they apply? Is it
No,
a certain
all word of mouth.
demographic, or is it
It's all word of mouth,
okay?
all in the inner city of Los Angeles. But we have a lot of celebrity kids because sometimes, their parents want them to be well-rounded or grounded, or
So kind of etiquette
need
and learning
help.
how to
Right, learning how to just navigate in the world. And so they're from all over, but all word of mouth.
Wow.
I never have to apply. They don't have to pay a dime.
I mean, I went to your brunch last year, the Ladylike Foundation, and I mean, it was that room at the Beverly Hilton was full. I'm assuming that when you first started, it maybe wasn't as full, or has it always just been really?
Well, I started at the Beverly Hills Hotel. My grandmother, who was my best friend, Lifeline, paid for the entire luncheon and told me that I had to pay her back. But I was like, I don't know how I'm paying you back, but okay. And then when I met Dana, it just has evolved.
Right.
So the first luncheon was 100. The next luncheon was like 300 because, he oversold it.
Of course.
Overpromised, oversold.
Yes.
But, it was successful. And then we went to the Lux for a few
Yes,
years
I've been
on
there.
Sunset. And then we moved to the Beverly Hilton
Because it grew.
in the smaller room. And then we outgrew the small room and went to the big room, and we've been there ever since.
Wow. It's really inspiring. I mean, the person you had last year, I mean, it was the South Carolina, I think the coach for South
Yes.
Carolina, right?
Yes.
I mean, you've had Beyonce's mom. I mean, you've
Yes.
Magic Johnson's
Cookie
wife.
Johnson, Angela Bassett, LaTanya Jackson. We've had Zendaya, Storm Reed. We've had Mel B. We've had Kelly Rowland.
I mean, people are drawn to people who are giving back. I mean, and the
Yes.
two of you, and that's what, again, I feel so inspired by the two of you, because it's one thing for one partner to be in that world of charity and giving back, but the two of you together, oh my gosh. So how much do you think, so you got the Harold and Carole Pump Foundation. That's what your gala every year is about. How many people did you start with when you first started your gala?
So funny. We were at the beach club in Malibu, and we were in the camp business. So like David would
Basketball camp. Don't let him downplay
Yeah.
himself. He's the grassroots
okay,
basketball.
okay, so we would
him
say-
and his brother, grassroots kings.
there'd be
That's true, you did
500
basketball
people at the
camps.
camp, and David would tell the dorms and the food people 300, like we were going to hustle them and save money. It was the same way with the foundation. The first year we honored John R. Wooden, Coach Wooden.
Oh, wow.
Grace coach. And
But how do you get a coach like that out? I don't understand. Like, how do you even get to that?
Coach Herrick, who's my love of my life. He's in his late 80s. He led me to him, and we said, Coach, we want to honor you. And that room was so full, and the relationships all started then, and
Wow.
it grew to where it's at. Like this year, thinking of the red carpet,
That was 25 years. That was an amazing event. You had quite the big names. You had to have looked out. I mean, your speech was phenomenal as well. Just being so proud of what was out there. I mean, looking at all
He
these
works
people.
so hard. I mean, he works. He doesn't stop. And successful people, have his drive because he just doesn't stop. Like he always
Oh,
is,
yeah.
okay, the 25th year, we're going to stop doing this. Then, oh no, we can't stop. We got kids now, so
Right.
he's like constantly thinking of the next
level.
next level. What am I going to do next? What's the next gift? Where is it going to be? And I love that.
And so most of your money that you for the
All of
you
it.
did scholarships and everything for these young girls. You have done with Northridge Hospital.
Yeah.
Is that all of the money has gone to these
most of
wards?
it. We help other 501c, but I think we're up to over 15 million just in Northridge. That's given
Wow.
away, and but we have 3 wings at the hospital named after mom and dad, and
Wow.
I think that chapter might be done just at Northridge.
it's not done yet.
Well, what
It's
is
not
the
done.
next?
No,
of
no,
both
no.
of your foundations. What's
No,
next? What do we get to look
I think
forward
we're going
to?
to focus on other things like children. That's
Children's
what we're working
hospital
on.
potentially, or
Yeah, and it just
Do we still get to have these amazing galas though? Because I
he's gonna.
I really
Are
look
you
forward to
kidding me?
those.
That is the highlight of his life. Are you kidding?
that's the identity.
I mean,
I just need to get my husband to get a table on the floor. I'm tired of being on the outskirts here. I need a table on the
I'm
floor.
on the outskirts too. How about that? No, but I mean, but he has to take care of those people that give
And Leah
like
doesn't even sit there.
200,000. You know, like up. They have to sit, and it's so crazy because he works so hard for that. And people that give like 5,000, like, can I sit down in front? He's like,
No.
he puts himself on mute, like, what? You know, like,
I love that about you, Dana. I mean, you really do not give up the hard work that you, I mean, any of us could go to Northridge Hospital and just see the people that you've impacted. I love that you always have a cancer patient who has benefited from the proceeds.
That's key.
It's so inspiring.
Tells the story, you know.
And who is not touched by cancer?
Absolutely.
Who hasn't had anybody?
A family member.
My father passed away from cancer. My pastor I work with every single day just finished his last chemo treatment, which was so hard and triggering for me to watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, they caught it early, which, you know, early detection is key. So, I mean, you got work to do. You got more work to do.
I deal with these. I have, you know, cancer patients. I work critical care, and when they're with me, they're really sick. You know, we have an oncology floor, and it's really a little bit more of a comfortable floor and, you know, infusions, whatever. But that is an area as a nurse, I cannot do oncology.
It's so hard.
It's so hard, especially pediatric. I can't do it. It's a whole
so
other,
hard.
it's a gift, you know, in what you do. So, well, I'm so inspired. I feel I'm going to go start a foundation.
No,
and he's the one to do it,
We're
right?
hoping we can get a gift for her today, you know, like a small donation.
Yeah,
guys. What do you
way to
think?
go, Dana. Yes. I need sponsors, so let's make that happen.
It was great. Thank you for having us. Leah is really inspiring, and
She is.
she needs to let her story out there, and it's amazing. You know, God's taking care of me like I never understood. You know, like just every time we have a drama, she says, "Leave it in God's hand."
Wow. It's
And
like
God-
she's kind of your missing piece,
Yeah,
right? Kind of the
without
other
a
side.
doubt.
And I feel like even in my relationship with my husband, we're the softer ones. We're the ones that help with relationships. Even though they talk about relationships, we're kind of the ones to kind of, well, we don't really just say that, right? Or we
We're
help
fixers.
them.
We fix
Yes.
it.
Yes.
We bring back, you know, like, no, you need to say sorry. That
Yes.
was really bad.
Yes.
Or no, you need to reword it.
Yes.
Or
Bring
go
back the
to this
emotion.
person
Yeah.
and do right. Like, that's not right. You know, constantly. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
To help
We're
me.
the nurturers, right? Even my husband had to apologize to my daughter, you know, this morning because, you know, he just needs to be sensitive.
You have to tell them.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
they
that's
don't
not
really,
how we do it.
you know,
Yeah.
hard
Absolutely.
workers like this, you got to tell them what to say or not to
Yes.
say. I mean, because they can get a little crazy with us too.
Oh,
Like, hold on.
I know. That's a
I'm
whole.
not an employee
That's a whole
now.
other episode.
Wait a minute, hold on.
We'll do it without him one day. We'll talk about that and being married to these successful Jewish men.
You have to be strong.
You do. You can't be insecure, and you have to be really, really, really
So
strong.
you have to stand strong, like
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
Even
Well-
when you don't mean it, you
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I feel if my daughter gets to be in your presence, I mean, I would love a role model, you know,
I
for
would
her.
love
Amazing
that.
what you've done with these girls and you in the cancer,
Thank you.
community. So, well, thank you guys for coming. It was such a pleasure. You both are so inspiring. And for everybody out there that's, listening, tell us how we can donate. Tell us how to get in touch. If there's a young girl.
Best way to reach the Ladylike Foundation, ladylikefoundation.com.
Wait, that's not it.
What is it?
What is he talking about?
Do yours and she'll do hers.
Pump Foundation, Harold and Carole Pump Foundation. It's on the web. Go online, but I'd rather
He doesn't know. His
Or
email.
maybe we have Leah do both.
He doesn't. He doesn't. Know
I'd
his
rather
website.
focus on the Ladylike Foundation.
Oh, you're so sweet.
In order to reach us for the Harold and Carole Pump Foundation is haroldandcarolepump.com.
Yeah.
And then for Ladylike, the Ladylike Foundation, where we educate, empower, and inspire young ladies to become everything they're created to be. TheLadylike.com. TheLadylike.com. Our social handles, Dana Pump, at Dana Pump.
Yeah.
On
Instagram,
Facebook, and
TikTok,
X. I don't know
and
about TikTok.
Twitter, and
we
He
got it
doesn't,
all.
Twitter doesn't even
Twist
exist. He doesn't
Twist
even
Twitter.
know that.
no.
He has people that work for him that do that, all
Yes.
that for him.
Well, they could reach out. Hopefully, the
Listen.
website but I know you do introduce. So I will
Oh my
also put the
God.
information on the information for my podcast as well. I'll have the website so that we can, get in
Yes.
touch with you and do all the things. So thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Our family loves you.
We love you guys too.
Thank you for tuning in to Call the Nurse, and I'll see you next shift.